Today in this video we're gonna watch how to modify your NS200 or AS200 underbelly exhaust. The outcome of this modification is that to have your exhaust slightly better sounding as well as better flowing. Comparatively with BS4 exhaust, BS3 NS200 exhaust has a more complex and intricate design such that having 4 chambers inside with a complex flow pattern inside and restricted pipe diameters inside. So we're gonna watch how to alter these specifications inside in a proper way rather than going with a crude method. We will be covering 2 chapters actually. One will be decatting your bend pipe. BS3 exhaust will be having a catalytic converter over here, right? This part, this is your catalytic converter. Removing your catalytic converter will actually remove some of the restriction from your bend pipe. To remove the catalytic converter off of your bend pipe, we need to cut this section. We will be needing a 1.8 inch diameter pipe with a 16 gauge thickness, and this is made of 308 stainless steel, which is marine grade again, rust proof. So we need to cut the exact length of the catalytic converter and weld it to that part in the bend pipe. Proceeding onto the muffler, we need to make a cut section right here, exactly a rectangular cut section. After cutting the section, rectangular section at the bottom of your exhaust, there will be a 1 inch pipe connecting your chamber 1 and chamber 2. This 1 inch pipe will be causing a restriction, so we need to actually remove that 1 inch pipe. Instead, we will be placing a 1.8 inch pipe as the same diameter as your header pipe with the same specification. I have made a gas weld, removed the material and the pipe right here. In this picture, you could see stock pipe, which I am dissected from the stock exhaust. This is having a 1 inch diameter, and right here is the replacement bend pipe, which is having 1.8 inch diameter. Here in this video we can see that the 1.8 inch L bend pipe is actually getting welded inside. I'm actually doing a gas weld. That's more than enough for the exhaust, and the filler rod which I'm using is mild steel. I'm not going with stainless steel filler rod. The welding needs to be done at the dual sides of the pipe such that you are actually sealing your chamber 2 and 1 and the resonator part right here. So this image right here shows the area after the welding process has been done. Before you weld up this panel area, right, which we cut out before, ensure you clean your entire muffler inside using high pressure compressed air such that any metal particles or debris just comes out. This is made because after installing the exhaust in your bike, this metal particles may cause some rattling noise or something inside the exhaust. And then closing your muffler can, which we made a cut section before. As you can see in this video, I'm actually closing the exhaust part with the gas weld again. Ensure you just make the entire welding area watertight, I mean leak proof, such that any stray noises or some other extra noises won't be coming from your exhaust. This welding part is actually the most important part of your entire modification. Moving on to the calculation and the reasoning part of this whole entire muffler modification thing, we are actually using 1.8 inch diameter pipe with a 16 gauge thickness and stainless steel 308 grade. This is done because we need to have our exhaust flow in a laminar fashion, not in a turbulent fashion, such that your stock bend pipe comes with a 1.8 inch diameter and our modified replacement pipes come with a 1.8 inch diameter. This applies both to the catalytic converter as well as your muffler. Now that we have modified our inside inner part of our exhaust, you can continue to install the exhaust in the bike and proceed further. But that alone will not complete the sound signature of your bike. That will still be pretty much close to your stock sound with a slight KTM signature. The entire inner modification will obviously give you some performance gains. This won't be like say 10%, 20% or so. You can feel the better acceleration, in-gear acceleration, as well as the slight boost up in the torque. This modification will actually make you feel that power gain, but not it won't speak that much in the paper. So then proceeding of the second part of the modification, this is wholly for the sound part of your exhaust. Still with the first part of your modification, your exhaust will be pretty much close to the stock sound with a kind of tin can or KTM sound added to it. But right now we want some more bassy or throaty signature to your exhaust. We will further on continue with the dual port exhaust modification. We need to make a hole right here exactly at the second chamber of your exhaust, right next to your stock exhaust exit port, exit pipe or exit port. So then proceeding off, we need to actually add a pipe right here. I am zoom into this image. Yeah, right here. We need to add a 3-inch length pipe right here, exactly at the hole we made, such that it coexists with the stock exhaust exit pipe. This pipe will actually connect your second chamber to the atmosphere, making a grunty and a bassy sound. Moving on to the reasoning part of this entire exhaust build, the 1.8-inch diameter pipe which is used to connect the chamber 1 and chamber 2 actually increases the flow rate to the chamber 2. Now we have to effectively evacuate the chamber 2 by adding this 1-inch pipe right here. Moving on to the sound part of the exhaust, we have the chamber 3 on the stock exhaust as a resonation chamber for your exit pipe. But adding this dual port right here at the chamber 2 effectively makes your chamber 2 as another resonation chamber for the sound. This modification, making your chamber 3 and the chamber 2 as a resonation chamber, will result in a better sounding exhaust with a bassy and a grunty tone. This entire exhaust build consists of 3 steps. Step 1, removing your catcon off of your bent pipe. Step 2, connecting your chamber 1 to the chamber 2 using a 1.8-inch diameter pipe instead of a 1-inch pipe. Step 3, connecting your chamber 2 to the atmosphere using a 3-inch length 1-inch diameter pipe. The 3-inch length actually matters a lot, which plays a game with your bassy and the throaty note of your exhaust. To summarize this entire build, we have already made 3 iterations and 4 test runs with this entire build. We have made slight increments with the modification, and to conclude off this entire video, we will check out how this exhaust sounds in real life.